Alright, so we're going to do a little walkthrough. This is our Durango 2500 by KZ. Of course, we have to have some Christmas decorations. We have our Christmas countdown. Just 3 hours and 3 days and a few minutes. Alright. Yep. Alright, see there's our outdoor kitchen, which is open. Don't know what they're doing out here. So we're going to go in and show you some of the modifications that we have done in here. This is our first trip taking us somewhere, so I thought we'd do this before we have more stuff everywhere. Alright, you walk in and we have lots of coat storage. Alright, we live in the mountains, so some days it's warm and some days it's cold. Needed more space, so we added more storage. Alright, Ben, let's go up in the bedroom first. Alright, so we took out the bottom drawers and put in the washer dryer unit, and then we use those drawers up top. We still have some trim finishing to do, but it's not really high on our list, so other stuff is taking precedence. When we got this, the clothing rod was about midway, which is great because I'm short, but at the same time it left a lot of wasted space, so we went ahead and moved it up as high as we could. And if you look down here, alright, so you can see a little bit. We put a shelf in under there, so I have some binders for school and stuff you need to have. We've got our filing cabinet. Now if we sneak over to the other side, I made it tall enough so that I could have my craft cabinet in here, do a little cricketing. Okay, got a tiny little vacuum that I can shove right there. That's pretty much out of the way. This came with a king-size bed, and we decided we would rather have more space to actually walk around the bed. So we took out that, dropped it down to a queen size. Now we have little shelves on the side of the bed, which we didn't have before. And since I no longer have my office for my school stuff, we went ahead and we put in some folding shelves. So we just take that stuff down, set it on the bed, and away we go. Everything folds flat out of the way. Alright, in the bathroom, you can never have enough storage, so we added a couple more small shelves in here. If you can see that a little bit. We just got the pre-made espresso shelves from the store and cut them down to as much space as we could. Alright, and we really debated what we wanted to do, but command hooks are awesome. They give us a place for all of our towels without really making anything permanent. And again, there's our coat storage. We've got a couple layers. Alright, so now we're going to go down into the living area. Alright, I like to bake, and moved from a kitchen that was probably the size of this entire RV, so we have had to add more shelves. One thing is we were able to upgrade our refrigerator for a deal we couldn't pass up, but in doing so we lost our shelf. So my husband was nice enough to take and make a custom cabinet for the cups to go beside there. Right? If you see over here, we have a shelf, a little bread shelf. Well, after the second time I asked him to move it, he decided to go ahead and put it on a system so that I can move it whenever I wish. So that works out pretty well. As you can see, I love Christmas, so we have everything decorated up. Another thing we did is the children's room. We needed more storage for toys, so we pulled out the table and chairs, and instead now we have 2 couches side by side. Okay, which is great because we can all actually sit down instead of only having a 2-seater. The children still need a place to eat, and we don't really want them eating on the couch. So once again, we have folding shelves to the rescue. So we go ahead and we put those up, and they've got some little folding chairs, and that works for them. If you can see here, I have a microwave cart because once again I like to bake, and the oven in here is not that great, so we went ahead and got a convection oven. The great thing about this microwave cart is it's on wheels. So if I need to do something, we have an extend-a-shelf in here. I can just slide that out of the way, and we have an extend-a-shelf. There's a little pole that I stick underneath there, and that adds about 2.5 more feet of counter space for me. You can push that back.
I put the chairs in.
Right. And so here's their little folding chairs for them to sit out and eat their meals. Okay. Let's see. Other big changes back here in the kids' room. So the first thing we did is we took out the couch and we made this into storage. Right now while we're traveling, we actually have our water cooler in here because where we live, the water's so bad you don't want to drink it. So if you can see, there's a folding shelf just to the left, and that's actually an L-shaped shelf for his computer setup. Turn the light. And then they have more toys and more of everything. So, and then you can see the wood because we needed to have more, we needed to make it stronger to be able to actually hold a shelf because, you know, in here they don't have studs like a normal house would. So we got the wood across there, and we have a shelf to put up there since he homeschools. That'll be his homeschool area, and then he'll have his computer area that he doesn't need to be at. If you look up top, because the boys share a room, my oldest has blackout curtains to go across. So this way his brother can have his nightlight on and it not affect him. Okay, we've got just their little, you know, half bath back here, nothing exciting. Of course, there's no place to put your toilet paper roll, so ours is going vertical, because that's what you got to do, and that's the only place you can find a stud to drill into. It does have a cabinet, which is crazy way up high, because I'm only 5 foot, and I could reach it to open it, and that's about it. So we have a stool for everything.
Right
and
there.
then out here, right, so the little one.
The towel thing on the door.
Oh, yep, of course we have our towel holder on the door because there's no space. So you find a space for everything, right? All right, well, we haven't looked up there. It looks like the toys are falling down a bit. But so we took the mattress off of there, and now the kids have more toy storage up there. Kind of afraid to open these cabinets to show you because we've got a lot of books, but so we've got all of his curriculum, his school year, his school books and everything up there, art supplies, extra clothes, and then of course they have all of their clothes storage down here. And then the other thing is that we built a custom shelf, which we used cargo net from the back of a truck as our way to hold it in place so that we didn't have a bazillion books falling off. This seems to have held pretty well. So, and of course our elves had been sitting on our slides, so they needed to find a new spot to sit until for the move. So anyway, that is pretty much it. Yep, because we have our Christmas lights, because I have to have lots of Christmas lights. So that is pretty much how we are making our transition from over 2,600 square feet to approximately 400 square feet. Thanks for watching.